Namaskar, Pranam, and a warm welcome to Tabla Niketan's 16th late Shri Madhav Tare Tabla Mahotsav. I don't know about you, but as I was watching that intro video with the images of previous year's events, those memories filled my mind. Stage setup, audio setup, sound rehearsals, being at the venue the night before to arrange all the risers, the temple staff serving us garma garam pakode and chai, all of those memories filled my mind. And all of this was done to celebrate the life of my grandfather, Madhav Tare ji. Through this event this year, we are celebrating the 86th birth anniversary of my grandfather. And it is an honor and privilege that all of us are gathering here year after year for the 16th year. The first Mahotsav, it wasn't quite a Mahotsav at that time, but it was held on April 15th, 2007. And it showcased tabla presentations from only two students. That's right, just two students. And one of them was, of course, me. So before we get into today's videos, I'm going to show you a small glimpse of how this Mahotsav started. I'm going to show you the debut group that began this series of Mahotsav concerts 16 years ago. I cannot stress how important that video is for me. For those of you that want to watch the full video, it is up on YouTube. So after this event, definitely go ahead and check it out. For those of you that are wondering who was on Lera for that video, it was none other than my father, Satish Tareji. And as you can see from that video, we have come a long way. Well, not just in terms of video quality, but students. First Mahotsav had one group with two students. This year, you will be listening to 13 groups presenting for us. You will also be hearing some exciting new initiatives that Tabla Niketan will be launching in the next couple of months. And make sure to listen extra careful today because there's an exciting quiz available exclusively for Tabla Niketan students. How does the quiz work? Well, we're going to practice that now. After every group's performance, a quiz question will be unlocked and you will have 30 seconds, only 30 seconds to answer that question on your devices. You answer. After every group's performance, a quiz question will be unlocked and you will have 30 seconds to answer that question on your devices. If you haven't joined the quiz already, check the WhatsApp group for the link or visit quizzes.com. That's QUIZIZZ.com/join and enter the code 628883. Your score will not be based on if you answer the question correctly, but also how fast you answer. To show you that experience, we're going to unlock the first question now. So get ready. You will have 30 seconds to answer this question. So I hope you've figured out how this is going to work. At the end of each performance, we will unlock one question, and the top three winners will be awarded a prize at the end of the quiz. So without further ado, let's begin the 16th Late Shri Madhav Tare Tabla Mahotsav with our first group. What a wonderful start to our annual concert with this presentation. A special shout out to this group because this batch started in the pandemic, so they have been learning completely virtual in the last couple of years. And one more thing I want to mention about this batch is this is their first tabla performance, so a huge congratulations to all of them on their debut tabla performance. So it is time for our first concert quiz question. So I'm going to ask my team here to unlock the question, and you have 30 seconds to answer this question. Your time starts now. Welcome back after the quiz. I hope this quiz is as exciting for you as it is for us watching all the answers come in. So if you didn't score right now and you didn't get a chance, make sure you continue to listen carefully because all of the questions on the quiz will be based on each of the performances. If you listen to the performance, you'll be able to do well on the quiz. And again, reminder here, it's not just about answering correctly, it's about answering correctly the fastest. So the faster you hit that correct answer, the higher the score that you will get. So with that, let's continue to our next presentation. Our next group will be presenting Parans in Chaptal. This is probably the youngest tabla batch in Tabla Niketan, and they will be presenting Parans. Parans are short compositions that are derived from the Pakhavaj, and they have syllables such as Dhita Dhita, Kradhe Dhita, and Dhage Dhita. So let's give it up for the Parans group. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. As I mentioned, Parans, these are compositions that are derived from the Pakhavaj. So a lot of times you will hear syllables like Dita, Dita, Kradhe Dita, Dhage Dita in these Parans. So with that group being done, let's move into our quiz. Again, the same format. You have 30 seconds to answer the question, and your time starts now. Okay, so those are three questions done in the quiz so far. The scores will be tallied at the end, and the winner will be announced all after all the 13 groups are done. With that, let's continue to move forward. We have a long day of presentations. Our next group will be presenting Adhati Kaida in Teen Tal. Teen Tal is one of those tals that you can play in any speed. You can play the tal in Vilambit speed, in Madhyalay, as well as the Drutlay. But this group will be presenting Adhati Kaida for us today. Thank you so much for another great presentation in Tintal. Now, I want to highlight this group as well because this is also one of our groups that started entirely in the pandemic. They've been learning only virtual. And now that we've brought the topic of virtual, I want to quickly mention here that Tabla Niketan is going to be starting hybrid soon. Some of our classes have already begun with two students in person, and the remainder of our batches will open in person with two students maximum from June onwards. We will look at the situation towards the end of summer and then assess how we want to open the rest of our batches. But for now, in June, we will open all of the classes with two students in person in Cupertino only. So now that the presentation is done, let's get back into our favorite quiz. So you have 30 seconds to answer the next quiz question. So, welcome back. I hope you guys are really enjoying this quiz. My favorite part about the quiz is the short duration and also making sure that you have to answer as fast as you can. Let us know what you feel about this quiz format. It's very different from how we had earlier. Hopefully, next year we will not need to have a virtual quiz. We can all gather in person for our annual event. With that, let's move on to our next presentation. After this presentation, we will be having a special announcement, so stay tuned for that as well. Our next group will be presenting Atita Kaida in Chaptal, a 10-beat rhythmic cycle. Welcome back from this performance. So, again, that group was presenting Atita Kaida in Chaptal. Uh, Again, it's time for our favorite quiz. So, as usual, you will have 30 seconds to answer the next quiz question. Welcome back from the quiz. I hope all of you are enjoying this format. And as I mentioned earlier, we will be having a special announcement or a series of special announcements. So, the first of those series, we have our first announcement here today. We are going to be launching a brand new website. Now, this is something that's been in the works, it's still in progress, and the entire team is working on this effort. So, this will be launched in the next couple of months, but we are giving you a preview of the new website today. So I hope all of you are seeing it on your screens. Some of the designs of our website, a brand new redesigned homepage, about section, Tabla Niketan family section. You'll be able to see all of the concert images. Anytime the students perform, their images will be submitted onto our website. And we are also completely revamping the e-learning portal. We're making this a very interactive experience. This is the brand new design of our e-learning portal. As you can see, you will be able to access all your analytics here. So how long you've been practicing, whether you've been practicing or not, we can see all of that. You can also track yourself, compare it to the rest of the students. So in the graphs, you will be able to see how your statistics compare with the rest of the statistics in your class, in your batch. You will be able to access all of your notes from the left side of the screen. You'll be able to access all of your courses. You will be able to see your scores. Regarding courses, we will come to that. We have a special announcement coming up in just a few more groups. So overall, the Tabla Niketan website is going to be a huge redesign. There's a huge team that is involved in all of these efforts, and this is just a preview of what is to come. We have a ton of new ideas, and if you want to be a part of the team, if you want to help us with this, reach out to us, and we will be more than happy to include you in this. Okay. With that, let's move back into our presentations. Right. So our next group will be presenting Adhati Kaida in Tintal. In addition to that, they'll be presenting two tukras and one chakradar. So let's bring up the next group on screen. Welcome back, everybody, from that performance, and a big round of applause for the group that just presented. All of you have been given trophies for the performances, so please start sharing pictures of your trophies. This is a request for all of you. Feel free to use our hashtags Tabla Niketan on social media when you post your images. And we are back to our favorite quiz once again. So you will have 30 seconds again to answer this next quiz question. All right, welcome back from the quiz. I am looking at the responses that are coming in, and I know some of you are excited about this new quiz format. Some of you are not so happy with it, but we wanted to try something new this time, so I hope you will enjoy it and listen a little bit careful so that you will find all of the answers. Trust me, I've gone through all those quiz questions, and all of the answers are in the videos that you are listening to. So, with that, let's continue. We have a couple more groups left for today before we come up with another special announcement for all of you. Our next group will be presenting Adhati Kaida and Three Tukras in Chaptal. So let's welcome the next group on screen. Welcome back from that fantastic presentation. Now, before we move into the quiz, I want to take a quick moment here to thank everybody. All of these videos that you are seeing, a tremendous amount of effort has been taken to bring this event live to you. We are all here in Cupertino right now, streaming this event live for you. Live stream always means there are some technical difficulties, so apologize in advance for anything that we have missed on. But a huge team has been behind this event. I want to thank Sunil Desankarji, for controlling this live stream. He's been fantastic. Every virtual concert we've had since 2020, Tabla Tarang Season 1, he's been the man behind the scene for all of those virtual events. If there's ever a virtual event, Sunilji has to be there. Without him, virtual events cannot happen here at Tabla Nikita. Next, I also want to thank our pitch correction team because this was not an easy task. Getting over 100 videos, converting all of them to a single pitch took tremendous time, tremendous energy, a tremendous learning curve as well for us. I want to thank Ishwar Bhai. Ishwar Bhai has been doing it every year and he helped us so much this year as well. In addition to that, I want to thank Gandhar because this time he was also in our pitch correction team, going through every single video, changing the pitch, exporting it back. I also want to thank Aditya Ranade, who had a very important role. We needed help identifying all of the pitches that everybody sent videos in, and Aditya was fantastic. He came over, spent a couple of hours, and helped all of us with the pitch correction. So, a big thank you to this entire team. There's a huge team that's still part of it, and you'll see them, rest of them, soon. Let's continue with our quiz. So, again, you will have 30 seconds to answer the next quiz question. All right, welcome back from that quiz. Again, I'm seeing all of those mixed responses from the quizzes, but I hope this is very exciting for you. This is the first time we're trying a quiz like this, and continue sending us your feedback so next time we can improve and make things easier and better for all of you. Now, I mentioned the team that's been behind the audio and pitch correction, but we also have a huge team that's produced these beautiful videos that all of you are seeing. If these were just Zoom style performances, none of you would be sitting here watching this today. Bringing the aesthetics, bringing a beautiful design is very important to us. And so we have a team here that specializes in all of that. I want to thank Gandhar, Kashmira for their intense effort here in selecting these backgrounds, putting every credits in here, putting all of the names, and resizing all of the videos. It is not an easy task. Getting 150 videos and scaling them into this format takes immense work. So big thank you to everybody here who has been helping us. With that, let's continue to our next group. Okay. Up next, we have an Ekdal presentation. So this is the first time we are hearing Ekdal in this concert today. This group will be presenting a Qaida followed by a Chalan and a Rela in Ekdal. welcome back, and a big round of applause for the group that's just performed. I'm not sure how Sunilji does it, going from screen back into the room. So, again, I want to thank Sunilji here as well because a lot of editing has been done by him as well. So, a big round of applause for Sunilji, as well as Shruti. Shruti has taken amazing effort as well into putting all of the artwork on the screens that you're looking at. So, with that, it is time for our quiz again. You will have 30 seconds to answer the next question. Welcome back from the quiz again. Thank you to all of you who are diligently participating in this quiz. We're going to continue with our next performance. Up next, we have a group that will be presenting a Traka Kaida, a Tirakitarela, a Mukra, a Tukra, and a Chakradar in Tintal. So let's give it up for the next group. Thank you for a great presentation of the Traka Kaida as well as the Rela and the Tukra and Chakradar. We're up again for our next quiz question, so you'll have 30 seconds to answer this next question. Coming up on your screens.
Namaste, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying the performances. First and foremost, I would like to thank you and congratulate all the students whose dedication, passion, support, and great work you are working with this basically. And another important element is all the back end staff, the people they are working to make this presentation or this event up to you is probably a great. Sunilji, thank you so much. Kashmira, Gandhar, Ashish, and all those who are at the behind the screen, I would like to congratulate and thank you so much. Coming to the topic, I'm going to share a really exciting news. Hopefully, you will like it and probably you will support me in this agenda going further. So the thought, the plan, or the topic I'm talking today is basically the exam structure. I mean, we are doing the Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahadal exam in this country for last more than a decade. Looking at my experience, looking at my thought, looking at the structure, looking at our academics, basically the overall thought, I feel personally that, there has to be a small change in the structure. It's not that the existing structure is not good. Yes, there is no doubt, absolutely. But to enhance something, to add something which suits to our students locally here, especially in Northern America, I'm proposing something in a better way, probably. So here is the structure I'm putting it. We will have a multiple streams basically. Okay. So the first stream in that case is a certification course. Okay. So this certification course will probably just give a thought of different elements of the tabla repertory basically. So this name we are calling as a parichay. So parichay, the name itself will give you the essence of introduction. It just probably give you a thought of introduction basically. Now, in this introduction, we'll be having Tal Parichay, we'll be having a Kaida Parichay, we'll be having a Rela Parichay, and a short thought of the Tihai Parichay. Now, all these Parichay or this element will have a very short duration of the courses. They are not 1 year courses. Okay. So, to give you the heads up that we are aiming to have this course structure is a short course structure, so that you complete the structure within month, 2 month, 3 months, and get to the next level. There is always no age limit. Okay, there is no restriction that there has to be a XYZ month of or week or year of gap between the courses. So it's up to individual to push, to promote, and to get to the next level. And I hope you guys are excited to get this thought in your, so that person who is really dedicated and you want to make a progress, he can move on to the next level of exam. So the next pattern in that we are putting is called as a associate courses. So after parichay we are moving to the next level, which is associate. So in the associate course we have given the name as a pravesh. That means now you are really entering into the thought of developing this art. Now once you add into this thought, again we are keeping the pattern of tal, kaida, and rela exactly same like the previous one. So what is the difference? Difference is in the complexity, difference is in the speed, difference is in the stamina, tone, clarity. So that's what we will work on it. And so also basically the complexity will enhance at each level of exam. So once you get the parichay thought, then the next level will push you to make it more and more progress in that thought. The next level going further in that thought we are talking about is a bachelor's level. Again, in the bachelor's level, we are giving the name as a Parangat. Sorry, I was a little tough to remember that. So Parangat is a name we are giving. So at the Parangat level, we are really thinking now that you are close to your bachelor's degree, basically, or rather you are approaching to the bachelor's degree. Again, in that thought also, we are keeping Tal, Qaida and Rela same. Again, what my thought is that as you progress to the next level from the Parichay to Pravesh to Parangat, for example, if you're taking a Rela, in the Parichay, you will having a probably just the phrases of the Rela and probably just some very easy tal tinta. But if you move to the Parangat, now probably you may be having a Dhirdhira Rela, maybe in the Mishra or some other thoughts. So the complexity is going to be increased. But as I said, whatever thought you learn in the Parichay and whatever thought you learn in the Pravesh, you're going to enhance more into that. And the last level in that thought we are introducing is equal to the master's level. And in the master's level, we are giving in a degree which we are calling as a Praveen. Meaning of Praveen means you are authority. You got command basically on the subject. And again, in that thought, we are keeping Tal, Qaida, Rela same. Now, in this Praveen, for example, to give a sense of that, we will be learning all odd beat of tals, even fraction beat of tals. Your presentation of Qaida will be in odd beat of tals. Okay, your Zati would be much, much more difficult in that thoughts, basically. Rela probably will be more speeds, more challenges, more stamina going. So as you move to the thoughts of different levels of Parichay, Pravesh, Parangat, and Praveen, you will feel that there is an enhancement in your understanding, there is an enhancement in your playing, there is an enhancement in your performance. And again, I'm telling that all these courses, we are putting it into a short duration courses. For example, if you appear for Tal Parichay course, it will not be probably for 1 year course. Okay, it maybe you can finish it within 1 month if you are really dedicated. Some of the students may can even finish in 2 weeks. So there is no time bound. Again, that there is no restriction that we have to finish in this stipulated time. It's all up to individual to drive, to govern, and to move to the next level. I'm hoping that you all are excited to this. We are working in the background to create the more detailed syllabus. I can't disclose everything in this short period of time, but this is just a glimpses, and you will see that going further in next couple months, weeks, you will find that we have all the approaches in place to execute this exam structure. I hope you guys are really excited, and I'm looking for your kind support and blessings from all the gurus and probably elders. With that, probably I'm taking the leave. I'll hand over the next further thought to Ashish, and hopefully you'll enjoy the next performances. Thank you, namaste, and good luck. And I wish you all the very best to continue this mission. Thank you.
Namaste and welcome back, everybody. This is such an exciting event and exciting times for all of us. A website redesign, a new exam structure, lots of new initiatives coming up in the next few months, and I hope all of you are going to be as excited as the entire team here that is working on all of these updates. So let's continue to move forward. We have a few more groups remaining for this morning. Our next group will be presenting a Qaida, Rela, two Tukras, and a Chakradhar. So let's welcome the next group. Welcome back from that fantastic presentation of Rupak Dal by the group. And it is once again time for our quiz. So, you know the format now. You have 30 seconds to answer the next question coming up on your screens. Your time starts. All right, welcome back. In case some of you are still finishing up, you can do that. I want to take a minute here to mention the team that's behind all of the stage decorations here, and they were all here last night working late. I want to thank Pratik Shahji for spending time here yesterday, as well as Manthan Shah. Thank you so much for this beautiful setup. You can only see a small portion of this setup, but there's so many lights, cameras, microphones out here that you have to be here to experience it. And that's one thing that we'll surely miss about virtual concerts when we go back to in person is all of the fun that we have backstage. When the videos are playing, we're listening to all of them, but at the same time, the entire team back here is having a lot of fun. We're making sure that everything is in smooth order and making sure that we know what's coming next. So a lot of fun goes behind, a lot of work as well as a lot of fun goes behind bringing these productions to you. So let's go ahead and continue to move to our next group. Next, we have a presentation in Pancham Savari. This group will be presenting a Qaida, a Chalan, and four short compositions. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you to the team for a fantastic presentation in Pancham Savari. So with that, we are ready for our next quiz question. You all know the format now. 30 seconds to answer the next question. Coming up on your screens, just a moment here. Welcome back. So, as I mentioned earlier, you will be able to see the leaderboard and who's on top at the end of the quiz. There are 13 groups, so after the last question, you will be able to see who is at the top. And the top 3 winners will be given a prize after this concert is done. Let's continue with our next presentation. We have a group in Chaptal that's going to present a kaida based on the phrase Dita, Dhira Dhira Rela, Two Parans, and Chakradar. So let's welcome the Chaptal group up next. fantastic presentation by the Japtal group. Thank you so much to all of you for that. Before we move to the next quiz question, I want to iterate a couple of things here about the quiz. So I know some of you might be facing a bit of a delay and a lag. One request here is to keep the quiz open on your screens, and as you get towards the end of the performance, just monitor the screens. Everybody is getting a different lag time depending on everybody's Wi-Fi connection. So just monitor your screens. Our countdown and the quiz countdown might be a tiny difference. So just watch your screens and try to solve the quiz as fast as you can from there. So with that, let's move into the next quiz question. You will have 30 seconds to answer the next question. Thank you so much to all of you that responded and submitted your response. As I mentioned earlier, you will be seeing the correct answers at the end of the quiz. You'll be seeing the leaderboard at the end, and the winners will be receiving a prize after the concert. So let's move into our next presentation. We have two more presentations remaining for the day. And the next presentation is actually a very special one. It's one of the most senior batch of Tabla Niketan. They've been around for a very, very long time, all of these students. So this is the only batch that will be presenting a Peshkar today. So they will be presenting a Peshkar, Kaida, Chalan, Rela, and they'll be presenting in Ada Chautal. So enjoy this next presentation by the senior most batch of Tabla Niketan. Welcome back after the presentation in Arachota. I hope all of you enjoyed the Peshkar, Qaida, Chalan, and the Rela that this group presented. Once again, it is time for our quiz question. So I hope all of you still have the page open. We have just two more questions remaining for the quiz. So with that, I'll let the next question unlock, and all the best to all of you. Right, welcome back after the quiz. As I mentioned earlier, this quiz is not just if you get the right answer or not, but how fast you are. So we will be finding out very shortly after this concert ends on who the winner for this quiz is, and the winners will be announced over the WhatsApp group for the class, and the prize will be sent to them shortly after that. With that, we are coming to the last group in today's concert. I know it's been a very exciting day for everybody, and I hope all of you have enjoyed listening to the students. But we are now at the last presentation for today. This last group will be presenting a Qaida, Rela, and some short compositions in Rudratal. So enjoy their presentation. And that was our last presentation for the 16th late Shri Madhav Tare Tabla Mahotsav. I hope you have enjoyed every one of these performances, and a big congratulations to all of these students for a fantastic year. Everybody has done fantastic throughout the year, considering that we've been in a pandemic and everybody's learning online. New batches have started and they've been performing already, so Tabla Niketan has definitely stayed strong, and all of the students have made a great amount of progress in these couple of years. So with that, we are again at the last question. Remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So here it is, the last question for this quiz. And with that, we conclude the 16th Late Shri Madhav Tare Tabla Mahotsav. It's been a huge event that would not have been possible without the efforts of the entire backstage team. And I'd like to bring everyone here on stage, whoever's present in this room. There's so many members that are watching this live, team members that have put behind the stage effort. They're watching this live. But everybody who's here, I'd like to bring them on stage. Thank you so much for being here today. And this event would not have been possible without all of you. I hope all of us can be together in person next year to celebrate the 17th event. Thank you.
Thank you.
धन्यवाद और फिर
फिर
मिलेंगे।
मिलेंगे।